2-0. High fly ball to left center. At the wall. Grand slam. 7-0 Chicago.
Well, this has been a series, hasn't it? Welcome into the X106 Sportscast right here on YouTube. World Series Game 7. This is before this. Game 7's tonight when we were recording this. So if you've already watched Game 7, you know what's happening. But we don't, because we're... Yeah, exactly. We are about 4 hours away from first pitch and the amazing pitching matchup. Kyle Hendricks, the ERA leader in the National League, against the Klubot Corey Kluber, who is looking for 3 wins this World Series. I'm Austin Hall, Jase Barnes, Connor Raabe, Evan Brown with me. Last time we met, Indians were about to close out the Blue Jays. The Cubs took a couple more games than we thought they were to put out the Dodgers. And now Chicago comes back down 3-1. And now it's all up to Game 7, the best 2 words in sports.
Well, you know, the last team to actually come back 3-1, those 85 Royals that
yeah, that's right.
You know, that George Brett team. I think that was that Pine Tar year? I think it was.
That was a couple years back.
Whenever it was. But regardless, this is going to be a great Game 7. I've been betting against the Indians all freaking postseason, and you know, I don't know what to do at this point. It's either the Cubs or the Indians, and I just want to see someone win. I honestly thought it was going to be over last night, and I thought it was going to be over the night before, and it just never happened. So
Chris Bryant homering at the top of the first definitely set the momentum for the entire game. That's
absolutely.
For sure.
He went what, 4 for 5 that game. I don't remember how many RBIs he had, but Addison Russell had what, 6 last night? Crazy. Joe Madden's a genius.
Like right whenever you thought the Indians had all the momentum in this series, you thought the Cubs, a young team, I thought they were going to probably. I thought it was going to be over once they had them in elimination. But the Cubs have fought back now. But I've been rooting for the Indians honestly this whole series. I don't really know why. I just kind of felt like the Indians are from our division. I think I'm going to go Indians tonight. I think Kluber has just been absolutely incredible in this series, and I think he's going to pick up his 3rd win.
I agree. Just looking at the way that Joe Madden he managed the game last night and the night before. Yeah. Having Aroldis Chapman pitch 2 and 2/3.
He went to the 9th though.
He had over 6 pitches that went over 100 miles per hour. Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman also has the world record for fastest pitch.
That's true.
Recorded history, 106 miles an hour.
But at the beginning of the show, we heard that highlight, that grand slam at 9-2, and he put him back out there in the 9th.
Yeah, I don't understand. That's what I was about to get into.
It's not going to limit him.
Sense to me.
It's not going to limit him because it's Game 7. I mean, you got to go to distance.
Really?
Les is going to be a variable. Arrieta's going to be a variable. Everything's throw him out the window. Forget Dusty Baker. Use your players. It's Game 7 World Series.
Right.
Absolutely, but if you look at the other side about what the Indians are doing, they haven't used Andrew Miller at all in these past 2-3 games. So he's
4 days rest.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be rearing and ready to go. They're going to take out Kluber at the first time of struggle and throw Andrew Miller in there and hope for the best and go from there. I mean, I thought Mike Clevenger showed some good stuff last night. He was a little bit squirrely early on. I think he walked a guy. But, he came back out and, shut him down. And he got a couple guys looking on a fastball just right down the middle, just least expected. But these Indians, they've got something in store. I believe in Francona. He's, 11-3 now in World Series?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
11-3
for a reason. You know what?
I mean, he's a veteran in this league. So is Francona. But these are probably the 2 best managers you could possibly have in this situation.
And you could argue that they're both going to the Hall of Fame, whenever their careers are over.
Yeah.
But
those Morgan Freeman gods for Andrew Miller are going to be amazing tonight.
Yeah.
Game 7, this is do or die. Someone's going to have the first World Series since either 48 or in 108 years. The curse is finally going to be over. And baseball's last great story is going to end. Jase, who do you have? The score.
All right, I'll go Indians 4-2.
Really?
4-2 Indians.
I think either team, if they score more than 3 runs, are going to win this game. I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel. I don't think there's any way it's going to be over 5 runs scored in this game. I mean, the winning team, I don't think the winning team's going to score more than 5 runs. So my pick, I'm going to go with the Indians, and I'm going to say it's 3-0. They shut them out in Game 7.
I'm going Indians 4-0. I think the Cubs had too good of a Game 6. And now karma's gonna bite them in the butt.
Have a little momentum high and think that they can't be touched and come in and make a mistake.
Their egos
like
are probably just inflated too big now.
But every road game this postseason, they've been better than they've been at Wrigley. That's what I'm feeling. Everyone's going to be available. Lester's going to be out there in the middle innings. Arrieta's going to be available. Hendricks has been the ERA leader this entire year in the baseball world. And then you have Chapman, who can do 2 innings if you ask him to. That's 103 miles an hour. It's going to be close. These 2 bullpens are the best in baseball. These 2 starting rotations are the best in baseball. You have the 2 best managers in baseball. It's all about the bats, though, and if they're going to deliver. And right now, yesterday, I didn't see anything from Cleveland that shows me they can deliver. Yesterday, Chicago just destroyed the Cleveland rotation. My heart says Cubs because I'd love for them to break the 108-year drought. My mind also says Cubs. I think it's going to be low scoring because this dominant pitching all around. I think Chicago's finally going to do it. I think they're better on the road than at Wrigley for some reason. And I think they're going to beat Cleveland, and I think Golden State fans are going to be happy. I have 2-1 Chicago in Game 7, and this might be the most watched baseball game ever. Because that whole Minnesota Twins World Series, that went 7. That drew 50 million viewers. Tonight, that can go possibly 60 million.
We'll find out.
60 or 16?
60.
Okay,
this should be crazy.
If the Indians win, I'm predicting 4-0. If the Cubs win, I'm predicting
you gotta pick one.
Like 3-1 or something like that. I really want to see the Cubs win, but to just be realistic, I'm probably gonna have to say the Indians are gonna win. But
the odds are stacked against them.
They always have for 108 years.
That's true.
I'm kind of rooting against the Cubs because, after that, what does baseball have?
The Yankees.
America's pastime. That's what they got.
That's all.
The Yankees'
left.
young guns are starting to come up with Castro. You have the Red Sox again.
And you have good teams. I understand that, but about stories.
They have young stars that are going to be coming up.
Just falls to the Indians. They haven't won one since.
Okay.
That Gary Sanchez for the Yankees. Yeah. He wants to prove he's not Mark Sanchez's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Butt Fumble.
Exactly. So he's going to prove himself. He's going to be the next biggest star for the Yankees, and they have a bunch of young guys that can be really good. I think baseball is at its peak right now, but if those young guys can get better over the years and have more fun, like Bryce Harper says, MLB will be in good pace. NFL reigns are down. That's another big thing. The NFL Yeah, exactly. The NFL reigns are down. That can help baseball as well because right now it's outdrawing the NBA Finals.
That's true.
It's of course this year. If we go Cleveland, Golden State again, baseball can be number 2. Plus soccer's getting up there. So, I think the future is bright for baseball. I really do.
I hope so. It is America's pastime. I don't want that to get passed off.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. All right, World Series Game 7. All of us are excited. I'm sure 50 million people are excited as well. Coming up, the Bearcats on homecoming just destroyed Pitt State. And we made Sports Center. That's up next on the X106 Sportscast on YouTube.
Behind his team here. And that one's intercepted. This could be trouble. That one is picked up by Kevin Bird. And Bird crossing the field and staying on his feet until he's knocked down and the ball pops free. And we're still alive. A rugby game has broken out. And in slow motion, that's a touchdown for the Bearcats.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Welcome back to the X106 Sportscast right here on YouTube. Austin Hall, Jase Barnes, Connor Raabe, Evan Brown, and that was from ASN. The Bearcats just destroying Pitt State 69-10. That was incredible, guys. I don't know any other words.
And not only was it incredible, it was a record breaker. Kyle Zimmerman threw for a school record 6 touchdown passes in one game. I think it was twice this year that he's thrown for 5 and tied it. But yeah, against Pitt State, he finally broke the record, and he won the was it player of the game or something like that?
I hope so.
Yeah,
He did.
He went.
player of the week. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, my bad.
Not just the game, the whole week.
Yeah, but I'm looking at his stats right here, and he went 20 for 22.
What is
Yeah.
that, like 90% completion percentage?
Real close. And he had an average 19.7 yards of completion. Are you
Incredible.
kidding me? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
he's still yet to throw an interception on the year. I'll tell you what, this guy, we stumbled onto something.
Oh, yeah.
There in
definitely.
Northwest, and
This
his name is Kyle Zimmerman, along with all the other weapons that this offense has. I mean, we've been usually rushing the ball a lot these past few weeks, and I mean, when I say only, I mean we only mustered 171 yards, still more than Pitt
Right.
State could. But I tell you what, we ran 19 less plays than Pitt State did, and we still outgained them in yards. I mean that's what you expect when you win 69-10 on
Exactly,
homecoming. I mean,
I would say this was our best game of the year thus far. I mean, I know
Easily,
we put up 74 points, but I mean, this Pittsburgh State team is not a bad team. I mean, they're not up to what they usually are, but 5-3 coming in, just absolutely blowing them out. I was a little worried about this Fort Hays State game. I'm not worried at all at this point. After that incredible game, like we said, Zimmerman just lighting it up week after week, and our defense again just continues the domination of like good teams. We just tear them apart.
it's true, and I'm looking here. We have 8, 9. Yeah, look about 10 different receivers that he threw to. He had a completion to at least 10 different receivers. And
Incredible.
Shane Williams had 3 receptions, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sean Bain, 2 receptions, 106 yards, a touchdown. It's crazy. He threw 5. 6 of his touchdowns, 5 of them were to different people.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
What's
Spreading
that-
the love.
10 different receivers. What's that say about his field vision? He's not looking for like his favorites.
Yeah.
He's like really scanning the field, finding out who is open, which is probably why we got 69 points. We took control from the start. I think our first possession. I was listening on NPR because I'm 55, and I heard John Coffey talk about. I think our first possession, it took us 10 plays and we scored. Then the next possession, it took us 4 plays and we scored. Then the next 2 possessions after that, it only took 2 plays to score.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh.
A Bearcat win against Fort Hays, and the Bearcats will be 10-0, and they'll clinch another MIAA title and will look ahead to the national championships again. So, Fort Hays, what do we think about that matchup?
Well, I think we're going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that as uncocky as I can.
Right.
But, I mean, after looking at the display we just saw last week and the week before and, the other 8 weeks, when we won every game, I just can't see us losing to this Fort Hays State team.
Yeah, and Fort Hays actually hasn't been playing as well as they were at the beginning of the season. We're playing at their house, but I don't think that's going to stop us. I think it's going to be another blowout. We literally have just blown out everybody. You look at the first week, 41-14. Is that like our closest game of the entire Missouri Southern.
Yeah.
But, against Emporia State, and they've torn up everybody since that point. I mean, I just don't think anyone is on our level.
Looking at Fort Hays State's their schedule and like who they've won, all of these have been close games. It looks like their biggest win was against Northeastern State when they won 34-7 and Lindenwood when they won 37-6. But all of them have been within 1 or 2 scores.
And Fort Hays has had a tough schedule. I mean, you
No,
can't deny that.
So when they actually play a powerhouse like Northwest, then it's going to look like a lot like when Nebraska played Wisconsin.
What you bring up? Okay, and then at the end of the year, Northwest probably going to bench their starters just to save for the upcoming MIAA Division II tournament. That'll be against Missouri Western at Bearcat field. In Missouri Western,
They're always tricky. They've
Yeah.
had good years in the past, but this team hasn't shown anything. This team this year hasn't shown anything that stood out to me like they have in past years. They have a good running core. There's I think 3 guys that they switch off every once in a while. And,
yeah.
they're pretty impressive, but we'll see how they fare against our run defense.
They've lost 3 in a row at this point. They started off 4-2, lost 3 in a row at this point. So I mean, that's not what you want to be looking at coming into a game against the Bearcats.
No, exactly. All right, that was going to do it for the X106 Sportscast right here on YouTube. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this. Give a thumbs up. Share the video on Twitter. All that stuff. For Jase Barnes, Connonr, Raabe, Evan Brown, I am Austin Hall. That was the X106 Sportscast right here on YouTube.